Oops. But so I think that could be a good change. Maybe upping the cap a little bit now. People aren't going to infinitely play, you know, and destroy their sleep schedules.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might, but yeah, I don't think you could up it that far and it would do that much damage. But other than that, 10 out of 10. I can't wait for the next ranked and getting the next suit. Let's go. I think it's a cool thing that they're doing to kind of re-inject the clan rank suits. Okay, next. Oh, whoops. Buffs and nerfs. We'll go ahead and hit the top ones here on this. We won't go through every detail this time. They finally retouched, I think this is notable to mention, they retouched on the White Dingo. They just decided to stop the rigidity of movement after firing instead of going with their first plan, which, I don't know, I think they could have kept with the same idea and kind of kept redoing it a little bit until it finally fit, but I guess this works. I mean, we'll see at the end of this month when anniversary hits if it was actually effective. I'm just really curious to see. That's mainly the thing. What they did is they just reduced rigidity time on both normal use and focus, and they reduced the heat rate to 50%. They also gave it observational data link, which I think could be a way that if there's, you know, fear of raids at that cost, you could maybe mix it up, and instead of playing a proper support, you could actually just run no support and use that and play it like a sniper. So I kind of think that's interesting. If you like sniping and you're like a support main, you could maybe use this instead. If they kind of go that route so that it doesn't have to do its melee to really get in there and, you know, achieve the damage it needs to achieve, I think that would be kind of cool. But that's kind of my take on the White Dingo. If they kind of could change it into something, because I mean it's technically a sniper, right? Damon got a buff, kind of cool. Nothing too notable there. Agzaku, Barzam definitely needed it, especially his legs. Leg buffer, OP.
I think I've been seeing more Barzam, so probably because of the adjustments.
Gogu got a buff, I think, because of the Shars Gogu coming in.
I think Gogu's needed some love anyway.
Please just buff the beam rifle. That's still, I think, what one thing they need to do for sure is just buff the beam rifle. Period. GM3 close combat got a buff. Kind of interesting to see that. Nothing too crazy though. Hammurabi got a buff, mainly for the level 3. And then the big notable one for me, which I've already mentioned a few times, the Faz. And I was using it in clan ranked and it was fantastic. It was glorious. Yes. For real though, actually being able to use the hyper mega cannon like multiple times in a game effectively is amazing. That is all.
It's actually a normal weapon now. Yay.
18 seconds to one-shot somebody. Let's go. It's great for ace match. Like, this is a crazy ace match support, especially at 600. Now with damage control, there's not that many suits that have crazy build-up stun. So damage control actually is pretty nice at level 1. Level 2 definitely can fill the build-up still, but damage control is huge. If they ever put it to 2, this thing
needed it.
OP.
I'll sum up my thoughts on the adjustments. I'll quote myself from the other day. The Faz was a trash can when it came out, and with the adjustments that they made, they just gave it a lid. So, still a trash can. They just gave it a little touch up. Still a trash can.
Faz is good, okay? Where's Maniac at? Let's go.
Doubt.
Players unite.
you're right. It is a good meal. I fill
Oh
up
my
on
goodness.
Faz. Yes.
Oh, no,
I think I've seen like one Faz in my matches, maybe two since they've made the adjustments in my games, and I always love to see the Faz, except for when it has like a fucking Dovin Wolf babysitting it or something. Like if I had to deal with like the Faz and anybody else, it could be trouble just because of 2v1 things. But yeah, Faz is pretty free still, to me anyway.
But yeah, overall, being able to use the Hyper Mega Cannon now at least, and having a reason to charge it is actually pretty hype. I guess that's the main thing. Damage control definitely did help though. But yeah, that's the main thing for supports. Other than that, Rick Deja got a buff. It needs another one. They gave it Force Injector, guys. Look out. Support with Force Injector, man. Yeah.
That is a defensive support skill. Seems good. Checks out.
I mean, 100
Very
damage.
tactical.
100 damage to each grenade is kind of okay, but yeah. And then I've seen people questioning why they're seeing a lot more MLRS. They buffed it. So let's go.
I haven't seen MLRS at all, but maybe not playing at the right cost. Magnum, I'll pass along your feedback for the Deja, though. I'll tell them to give it a higher level of quick boost and leg shock for you.
Oh, no.
No, we'll fix those problems right up.
But mainly the damage went up because they shortened the reload time for the MLRS. The vertical missiles actually went up by 100 flat damage, which is pretty insane, and this is at all levels. And they reduced the rigidity time after you fire. And they gave it better stats for damage and speed and stuff at level 3, and then more health at level 4, which it definitely needs because, yeah. Even though it has a giant shield, heavy attacks exist.
Yeah, this is true.
And also, people have just gotten better at not hitting the shield when they start meleeing wildly. So, thruster also went up, which is nice too, to kind of bring it up to power creep standards. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. So for me, those were the big ones. MLRS feels good. Faz feels pretty good. That's it for supports. And then, I guess they did buff the beam sniper rifle. Or is this a separate one from the White Dingo? They did up the power, though. So if this is the White Dingo's one, then yeah. Exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Okay. And hit detection as well. That's pretty nice.
Big hitbox.
Oh, Zaku 1 sniper is what this is for. Oh, okay. They're still
really?
trying to make.
Okay.
They're still trying to make the beam rifle thing that it wants. I'll take it, I guess. But yeah, that's the buffs and nerfs. And if you guys have anything else for that, go ahead and comment. But now let's talk some speculation on the anniversary and the new suits, and then we'll wrap things up. So what do we want to see, I guess, for the anniversary? Other than we can talk suits, I guess, later. I think we can expect unicorn things, but what do we want to see for the event stuff, like boxes and whatnot? Like, I'm curious if we're paying 10th anniversary reward tax for the actual anniversary event. You know what I'm saying?
Just like because they did stuff now, they might not do as much like for the actual anni itself.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I feel like they'd shoot themselves in the foot if they did that.
I agree.
I mean, I
would hope.
I agree too, but at the same time, it's like
Sinful
I don't
has
know.
coming on. Look at him go.
What? Hang on, let me just. Oh, it's just forming around my hair right now.
Oh no.
But anyway, I will say I want tokens day 1. That way I don't have to get any more to guarantee a unicorn. All I'm saying. But tokens day one, at least 30.
You mean a weekly free 10 spin? Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
No tokens, just free rolls.
30 tokens. They've done that. They've done 60 before, so 30 tokens day one, and then maybe like they did the last time they gave out tokens, and do it like week 4 or week 5 is another 30 tokens. A hangar event. Give us parts. Give us the level 5 parts, and give us some of these level up parts, or at least put the level up. Give us DP shop level 5 parts, and these level up parts in the ticket shop, please. I actually have enough tickets right now to be able to actually buy something. Now watch each part be like 500 tickets per part or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that. The level 5 parts in the DP store, because that's 2 years ago at this point. And we still don't have access to them unless you get them randomly out of a crate at the end of a game.
Typically I do my end on YouTube.
Right? That's the only way to get
DC
those?
earlier, so it's kind of cut up into 2 parts.
I think most of them are 3 stars.
Kind of is what it is.
So yeah, and honestly, at this point, I'd rather tokens than those parts out of those crates. So, yeah, please put the level 5s in the DP store and the new things in the ticket. That one is definitely my wishful thinking. But some kind of part thing when they do the hangar event, and then I think that's pretty much mostly what I want to see. Tokens, obviously cool suits, but yeah. Tokens, hangar event, and part stuff. Because we haven't seen part stuff, like I said, in like, what, 2 years now?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
No. And actually 5 weeks.
Yeah. I personally have a few different theories on what we're going to do for anniversary. Most of it has to do with like suit releases. I actually just came up with another one looking at chat. So like I think the safe one will be like, we'll get to Unicorn, we'll get to Banshee, probably like a silver bullet, something along those lines, some kind of suitable support suit. I don't know. I had one. I can't think of what it is right now. Just to kind of cover things up. Maybe a Stein or something like that. But personally, what I actually, if we're not going off the the path of least resistance, I think that anniversary could have some Oops All Unicorns action.
Oh yeah.
And
I feel like they're gonna do.
I could go down like a few routes.
They might do the new Sazabi route with the Unicorn and Banshee. I could see that.
Oh, for sure. The splash art's definitely gonna be the new with the Banshee, I think. Or I could be completely wrong, but I think it'll do both personally. They're gonna have the Unicorn down there. It's gonna have the PMU logo emblazoned somewhere on it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But so my thoughts would be, we'll either have like a thing where we'll lead them to Unicorn, and this is side one of the Oops All Unicorns theory. Lead them to Unicorn. It'll probably be a blue. Primary weapon will be the beam magnum, and it'll have like a banner rollable bazooka. And the next one will be the Banshee. It could be either the Banshee or the Banshee Nor or Norn or whatever. It'll be a raid regardless. Then we have the Phoenix as a support. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Phoenix as a support, and or we'll have the full armor Unicorn as a support. One of the two, but it'll be we'll just like check all the boxes. Unicorn, Phoenix, Banshee, and that'll be pretty cool. And maybe the narrative will show up somewhere if we're dreaming real big. So we would need to wait for that, because technically the Phoenix existed in Unicorn, right? It just
forget if it was like a sister unit or it was just put together from the remains of the other two, something like that.
Never actually mentioned in Unicorn.
And then the narrative itself is like based on the same concept, but also just running like new parts. And by that I mean the new Gundam, just because it was kind of cobbled together as well to contest the Phoenix.
And on the other side of things, which I think this is less likely than the other one. So we would have the case where it's still Oops All Unicorns, but instead of it being like Unicorn Banshee and stuff like that, which is very unlikely because I think we'll see the Banshee with the Unicorn, but we'll have, in no particular order, we'll have NTD Red Unicorn being a raid, NTD Green Unicorn being a blue, Full Armor Unicorn being a support, and then with this one we could just splash into Banshee, and maybe it's another blue or something like that, kind of like in a new Sazabi, you know, double general, good guy, bad guy kind of deal. And the fourth option is where they just say BB's like, bah, what a twist, and we just get all advanced to Zeta suits.
That'd be funny as hell.
Surprise! You thought it was gonna be unicorn because we put out those unicorn suits. The banner art's fucking.
I can see them filling up a lot of the
Hyrule
post anniversary with AOZ stuff though. That'd be a pretty strong opening for that.
BB Studio just has troll face as their tweet.
Yeah, that would be good. You poured it in Nintendo Talks too. It was like, you bet you thought there was gonna be unicorn gun, didn't you? Like,
oh my god,
you're right, Tenda, I did.
It's Tinda, like it's just
her
Tinda.
smug face, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a smug Tinda face that also is like a troll face Tinda, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna need this. I should go and do that.
If it doesn't somehow exist somewhere.
For everything else, I'm just down with more free stuff. Also, give me the Hangar event where I get the guaranteed multiplier, please. That would be cool.
Are these very pregnant pauses because they're talking to chat?
Somebody think I was muted. Sorry, I was talking to chat.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Magnum said to step away. Oh, okay. All right, Magnum's having technical difficulties, so Gustav and I will attempt to be good co-host while Magnum is away. But Gustav, I kind of took a lot of the floor. What are your thoughts on what's going to be coming up?
I feel like similar things, just Unicorn's going to be the more obvious thing. I feel like leading up to it, we'll probably get a little bit more AOZ. I feel like if they try to get into too many more like side suits for Unicorn, it might take away, not necessarily from the banner, but what they post after the fact. And I still think that AOZ would be a good like follow-up afterwards, because AOZ also has a lot of good things that could be for PvE, but I'm assuming they're going to do Neo Zeong and stuff like that for when the actual anniversary drops.
I think it's either be Neo Zeong or whatever the mobile armor Lonnie was in.
The Shamblo, yeah.
Yeah.
Shamblo would be a good one, because I think we just had another space one, or like it was a recap.
Yeah, a lot of the newer ones have been space only. Now will be another ground one, so that would be an opportunity.
Not to mention, that's a pretty iconic sequence, so like I feel like they'd probably be like, oh, remember this thing that we have all the suits for now? Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm back.
You are.
Oops, okay. So yeah, that I don't know if you noticed me just like owl my ears, but I just had the loudest pop go off in both, where the driver like broke or whatever. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, like when something gets plugged in or unplugged.
Yeah, and just like pop.
That kind of pop.
Really loud.
Oh, like, really loud. I was just like, ow. But I didn't know if you guys could hear me, so I was like, continue on if you could hear this. I'll be back. But anyway, okay. But what else? What else we got? apparently everybody could hear you though, so it's good for the. I don't have to do any crazy editing.
I will say I had a DC on my end, like, partway through, so, like, it's gonna be a two-parter on YouTube for mine. That
I had
was
a
a little
weird
awkward.
hiccup. I don't know what it was.
But so you guys, I think we're talking a lot about the suits.
Yeah.
We discussed PvE a little bit while you were stepped away.
Yeah, like, Neo Zeong seems like the
Oh.
obvious choice, although AOZ having shit like the inlay and a lot of their other mobile armors is pretty ripe for that too, so I hope that they do touch on that as a possibility. Although, right, a lot of the Universal Century stuff didn't get there, so like Big Zam, Ad Zam, all that stuff hasn't really been implemented either, and that feels like a missed opportunity, especially early on, but like
Right.
PvE was a late addition, right? It just wasn't there right out of the gate.
I think it'd be cool to see some of the UC Engage custom stuff.
I
get
want
put
them to
into the
do a
GBO
crossover.
too.
I need that to be a thing.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit, guys. You don't even have to work too hard because it's your own IP.
Give me the ground ball and ground dogo. You can just put legs on things, do goofy
I
shit.
want that giant fucking pressure cooker Xeon thing that they had in that one mission.
In fact, the funny thing,
onion with guns on it.
again, they could just do the side stories and the things that they've done the new animations for. Just make PvE scenarios for those in the launcher for Code Fairy. Just make a similar launcher and just start doing events like that give like bonuses for playing through them or whatever. There's a lot of different like just side shit that they could do.
Also, Doan suit stuff was mentioned in the chat.
Right, we still need our rock thrower and give him the punch.
100%.
Like that could just be a two melee weapon suit, right? Because the new one has him with the axe. He's kind of like this weird slasher character in some of the previews. But they could also just give him the punch on top of that, and that'd be hilarious.
What would the limited suit be for Anniversary?
I think people were saying, what the hell is it? One of the tactical suits, the Jesta, might be one.
Oh, that would make sense.
I can see that, yeah.
That seems like the most likely, although that also, compared to some of the other suits that they released, that could very well be its own banner. It all just kind of depends.
Another one. Oh, Silver Bullet would be kind of cool. I'm just looking up suit names. But you know what would be really funny? Get like Code Fairy level of, you know, Char PvE fight. Only that's the Phoenix. And that's what we fight as a boss, is the Phoenix is a boss that has like the Char fight
Or like a really cracked Sinanju.
Or that,
I can see them doing something like that if they get around to putting narrative stuff in the game. And by that I mean just narrative. Because like, what besides, do they have any custom like narrative only suits in that one? Besides like maybe a variant of pre-existing stuff. Besides like the narrative Gundam itself. I mean, the Phoenix already existed, I guess, but it was Tiddler in there. Because it's like not very far off, so. My next say no.
Probably not.
Yeah. I just don't think there's enough new suit presence for them to be able to, besides just having like maybe like a 2-day banner thing was like, well, here's the narrative and here's the Phoenix, you know?
Oh, the limited suit, the Gustav Karl, there we go.
Yeah. Although, what was the other one? What was the Mafti suit? If we're talking about that, because that'd be Hathaway as well. Because the Carl was in that other sequence, but I don't know if they would wait to do it for Unicorn or if they would wait for like a Hathaway thing, because that movie sequence did come and go, unfortunately, and they didn't drop anything for that, which kind of sucks.
Yeah,
that chat's talking about this. Do you think we might, if we do go full Unicorn, do you think we might see a music update? Get us some of those
I hope so.
Unicorn tunes? That'd be good.
Well, here's the thing. Every time we talk about that, we don't get it.
Yeah.
Sure.
He said the same thing for Zeta. We didn't get any of those. We're mostly still getting music from the side stories. Which is fine, but it's just not relevant to the eras that we're coming into. which is kind of shitty.
Yeah, Zeta Gundam has some really good.
I don't know if that's just a licensing thing, maybe with the composers or whatever, but it's unfortunate.
Sure.
I also see the Jesta Cannon has a Gatling gun. My body is ready.
The Intensify.
I mean, that would pretty much be on par. The last time we got a limited where it was like, could be like 2 different things, we got a support one. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, anything else for anniversary speculation? Because now we're kind of getting into suit speculation a little bit, and I guess we can see what we get, or we can guess what we're going to get next week. And other than what we've been talking about, for me, AOZ was mentioned, so I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and say, oh, we just got a support, though. We can't have double support.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, well, if it's double support, just if we're so lucky, either this week or next week, before anniversary hits, a support Hazel. I want to support Hazel. I've been really loving playing the Hazel, and I want to support Hazel.
Maybe if you're really good, we'll get you on.
Maybe one day. Just keep playing your Dom Barrages and stuff.
Oh, you just continue your intensification.
I mean, you can intensify with the Hazel. You got that bullpup that has like 80 rounds or whatever. It's got so much ammo, dude. It's gross. But yeah, what suit would you guys like to see prior to anniversary?
I'm not super sure.
They ever got my like big unicorn pick, which is a Delta Plus. I really like that suit, mainly just because of.
Thank you for the like.
To be
Appreciate it.
Honest. But it checks a lot of the boxes that I like in a mobile suit, particularly if like Gundam stuff for sure. I'm trying to think. I don't have any right now. I don't have any like off the top of my head. So like the easy, like low-hanging fruit, big ones, you know, that we kind of already talked about.
I think that's going to be the bigger thing for anniversary too, is that like it feels super obvious this time around what we're going to get. So it might just be a matter of just waiting for it and then seeing what comes after the fact, as opposed to just for the anniversary itself.
I mean, I guess that is another thing, like the iconic suits. I mean, there is a lot of suits in it, but as far as the iconic stuff that they would obviously release is definitely a lot more when it comes to Unicorn compared to like Double Zeta or Zeta, because there's a lot of decently mid-range iconic suits that come from Zeta and like Double Zeta that we were like, oh, what, you know, when are they putting this in, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
right.
And of course they started, you know, like half a year earlier with Zeta stuff. So yeah.
Took them a hot minute for sure. But yeah, I think that's kind of just where we stand for now. It's just gonna be a matter of waiting for that to start rolling out. The other thing would be just a matter of whether or not they come straight out with the Unicorn and Banshee right out of the gate, or if they're gonna do like preliminary suits. I feel like in a lot of cases when it comes to the event stuff, they tend to roll their load pretty early when it comes to the titular suits. So that might be a similar situation here.
Yeah, I'm hoping we have a banger suit every week. That, I will say, that was one of the problems last time. It was just like, there's a Sazabi. See you next year.
Have fun.
Well, they gotta
Surprise
have, like,
fifth
nice,
week.
bait banners.
Well, then they were like, surprise 5th week, haha.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
My tinfoil hat didn't look so crazy then, did it, guys? Yeah.
At that point, we were just kind of hoping for it, right? Because
Yeah,
it wasn't super shitty, but it wasn't as extensive as we thought it was going to be before that.
But Cool. Well, if nothing else, is we'll go ahead and do some shoutouts.
Alrighty. So,
I'm ready to shout it out.
Gustav the 13th, Gustav _X over on Twitch, YouTube, and all that good stuff. We're also doing stuff in Instagram and TikTok. Currently, we finally got through G Generation Genesis and are on Judgment as our secondary game. Still trying to keep up with clan matches and stuff in GBO2. Outside of that, I'm not super sure what the game after Judgment is going to be unless we actually do get Lost Judgment. But there's going to be a lot of other Gundam related stuff coming up pretty soon that I'm still going to have to put some time in for. So we'll see how it all turns out once that starts to unfold. Outside of that, just trying to keep up with the videos on YouTube and all that good stuff. Hopefully we can start getting some more of the playthroughs on there as well. But what do you guys got going on?
Yeah, and I am Gaming Emblem. I stream video games on the internet, primarily on twitch.tv/Gaming Emblem. We play Gundam games on top of other like stuff. Mainly a lot of GBO2, also Super Robot Wars, videos of G-Gen, stuff like that. Got a few other games. Definitely want to play the new Valkyrie profile game coming up. Train.
Choo-choo.
Okay. They're looking at a new Valkyrie profile game like new Star Ocean. Maybe peeping on the new Final Fantasy VII stuff when it drops like next year or whatever. But and of course all the Gundam stuff. Like Live Alive, Traveling Octopals Mobile, like there's a lot of good food coming up down the line. I'll definitely want to check out a lot of that. But we'll be doing it for mostly on the Twitch channel, sometimes with some YouTube content, but definitely recommend checking it out.
You mentioned Valkyrie Profile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need a link. I'm a huge fan of Valkyrie Profile.
I'll get you a link for the trailer. Hold on,
dude. That is hype. Like,
I will say that the gameplay is not the traditional. They kind of pulled like a more like modern approach. It's more like an action RPG kind of deal.
Max players in what though?
Does it kind of look like Tails or something?
In this, it's 6v6.
Did you ever play
for this game? Typically, it's more common for 5v5, but 6v6 is the max.
Maybe like
so it's similar to Gundam Evolution when it came out for the network test.
Types of games where you just like run around and like beat things up and stuff.
So you're not doing the party kind of deal?
Yeah, it doesn't. You still have your Einherjar and stuff like that. It looks like, but it's not like a pseudo fighter, kind of like Namco Cross Capcom and other games like the old ones are. Or Super Robot Wars on the DS or anything like that. Endless Frontier. It's
kind of like call them in like for a skill, or
that's what it looks like you're doing. Like they're gonna like assist you in fights and give you like weapon imbuements and stuff like that. Okay. I'll grab a video for you.
Cool. But yeah, as far as what I've got coming up, and as usual, everybody's links will be down in the description below. But I'm EG Magnum. I stream on Twitch, got a Twitter, YouTube channel, Discord channel, and whatnot. Yeah, I've got Gundam and Tarkov for a while till more games hit. I thought about going back to Monster Hunter Rise for a bit. That expansion came out, but Tarkov has me lacking the ability to escape, so I'll definitely be doing that more. Yeah, there's other games I kind of want to play, but yeah, Tarkov's just got me locked in right now. Other than that, probably will be checking out some of the stuff. Saw some of the announcements and things with like Final Fantasy VII. Wait, what's the new one? Whatever. Because they're doing a remake. Oh well. Anyway. Final Fantasy VII things. Can't wait. I'm kind of curious to see what the third game is going to be called. But yeah, really look forward to doing that. Probably will be checking out Valkyrie Profile if this looks kind of cool. That sounds kind of hype. And there was another game Emblem mentioned that I was also possibly going to check out that I forget what he mentioned now. But
Octopals?
Star Ocean, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's gonna be pretty neat.
that's pretty hype. But yeah. Other than that, like I said, for the most part, what I've got coming up is Tarkov and Gundam things. Can't wait for the anniversary. Beam Magnum is going to be hype. I've got the tokens, I believe. As long as they just give out 30 at the beginning, that may or may not be my biggest motivation for having 30 at the beginning.
Right.
But anyway, let us know in the comments down below of anything and everything you thought about what we talked about today. But like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Yeah, that'll be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.
Later.
I did not hear Gustav, but bye.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
We'll just hear Magnum.
We'll do it in post later.
Later.
Hi.
Later.
Okay, Gustav, go.
Toodaloo. Okay.
Okay, post, go.
Later.
There we go.
All right, that was for YouTube editing magic, which we didn't talk about it on here, but it came up in chat. Did you guys see the Rich for Mercury prologue? I have not. I've seen stuff from it because Twitter's blown up all over.
There's all the clips in the world, but that's been about it. Apparently, it's already been taken down once. Supposedly, there's another upload somewhere, but I haven't really gotten a link for it. So, I'm assuming that we'll probably get some sort of post in Gundam Info. If not, then like there'll just be a more official airing, and we'll just see it there. So, I'm not too fussed about it. All the sad shit and fucked up shit from it's already been clipped to death and thrown up on TikTok and YouTube and all this other stuff, so it doesn't really matter.
All of the Twitter likes have been taken, so
I have not seen a single thing, and I have not been spoiled because I don't really social media. So I am.
You need to do it more so you can be spoiled more.
Immune. I am completely immune. Like, well, every time I hear like, oh, like the whatever movie is, it's impossible to not see spoilers. I'm like, I guess I'm a boomer because I have no clue what you're talking about. But, oops. I don't know. I have Twitter on my phone, and I get messages that pop up here and there. I just don't know how to
do any of that
content with Twitter, though. I don't know.
You must
That's
learn.
why Magnum doesn't like any of my tweets. What a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
What an asshole. How could he not possibly?
This is a call to arms to all of our viewers.
Pester him to death again on social media.
Get on your Twitter, and if you see a post that says Gustav, Emblem, or Magnum, e.g. Magnum be specific, hit the button shaped like a heart, and the one that's like the 2 arrows that turns green.
I actually now have a TikTok and an Instagram actually with that I have finally set up because I did a funny thing with Tarkov.
Funny.
And I still can't, like, I don't know. I guess I'm a boomer when it comes to consuming content on that stuff. But yeah.
Old type.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, YouTube Short too. Yeah, finally. Although I'm questioning how you actually did you just upload it? Like, is there like a button to press for YouTube Short, or what? Like, Gustav, I know you've done a short. How to do?
I mean, you gotta still do the vertical format and then 60 seconds. YouTube's a lot more anal about the time, so it has to be a minute or lower.
Oh, okay. So you just upload a minute
short.
or lower, and then it just automatically tags it as a short?
You still have to do the... What is the ratio? Is it 16 by 9 or 9 by 16? But yeah, you just have to reverse the ratio and then put it up there, yeah.
Okay, so you just upload
and there are other sites that'll reformat it or help you format it properly as well.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
But like TikTok keeps upping their threshold because originally it was just shorts, and now you can do literally like 10-minute videos on there.
Right. But anyway,
Stop. Speaking of social media, because I'm on Twitter more, I don't know. I guess I'm looking at stuff in relation to ducks, but I get tweets from this thing called "Why You Should Own a Duck,"
Mm.
and they're all just like little funny, silly videos. But I have to fight the urge to like add you with.
Because they're not duck, they're geese.
I know, potato.
And
You know?
goose.
Like there was one where it was like the duck like was at a computer screen and was like pecking at the screen, and I was like, "Oh, it's Gustav getting ready for a stream." There's all sorts of stuff. Like there's another one with like these baby ducks like going into this thing. It's like it's Gustav's viewers coming in to watch the daddy goose. Like,
Oh
there's
god.
like there's just all this stuff. It's like Gustav's
I'm-
fucking him sending me all these ducks.
What the hell? It'd just be me like getting a compilation of those and then just putting my avatar like, I'm not a fucking duck.
Yes, it's even better because it's a goose. So keep going. Gives us both something to work with. We'll have the duck versus goose Twitter saga.
Oh god, I need to find a duck tuber at this point.
Yeah.
Just so that we can
I'll,
just grab that man and be like, this is what you're looking for. This right here. Any questions?
Yeah.
I found like another goose streamer that I need to.
There's Gilbert the Goose, and then there's Vivi. Those are the two that I know. Then there's another one on there that has like a side profile goose on Twitch. I forget what the actual name is, but like I've seen that one before.
Maybe that was it. I put it in like a notepad to be like, remember to tell
It's
Gustav
not
this. Problem was I needed to remember to look at it to then tell you. So that was a problem.
Let's see if he's actually on right now.
But yeah, I'm just looking at some of the social media stuff and I'm just like, whoops.
So unfortunate.
But let's see. I think I'm gonna actually probably wrap up myself and just do Gundam dailies tomorrow morning.
Blech.
Maybe do a early morning stream.
Yeah, I wanted to get started earlier, but kind of got debated by my sister. She was like, I'm sure you heard and saw her like moving around and doing stuff, but her first half of the podcast. But like, I ended up getting her a birthday present early, but we needed to return it. And we were talking at like super early in the morning, and she was supposed to come by so we could like get it taken care of. It's like, okay, we're making breakfast, and then it's like 12 o'clock, and I'm like, where are you? She's like, oh, I forgot.
You forgot.
Yeah, and then at like 2 o'clock, I'm like, why aren't you here yet? She's like, did you want to do it now? I'm like, yes, come on, get over here.
Get on with it.
It's like we finally got everything together and got that stuff taken care of. But we also like ended up making some dinner with some like chicken thighs. It was delicious. I had some seasoning that I had. It was like this Italian-ish kind of like spicy, hot kind of stuff. We like had some zucchini and mushrooms and some shallots and some baked yams, stuff like that. It was delicious, but literally the reason I wasn't on before the podcast started is because like I was doing stuff literally up to the wire.
Oof.
Yeah, I was busy today and then I took a nap, so I was waking up from the nap and getting set up, is why I was technically like a minute or two late when I first called you guys.
Oh sure. So
But
normal podcasty stuff, right?
yeah, well, I finally got the last bit for I'm setting up for the fall garden outside, so that's one thing I was doing this weekend. I was trying to do that. So might try to do some pumpkins, I think. Also, rabbits are eating all of my stuff.
Get out of business, you bunnies.
Like, my dog had found a nest of like baby rabbits. I'm like, yes, good boy.
Uh-oh, genocide may occur here.
He had some new chew toys.
Oh no. Not the bunnies.
One of them squeaked.
Oh, that's worse.
They ate my grade beans.
Yeah, so the murder, not disproportionate at all when that happens.
There's literally 30 of them where that came from. Down the driveway. Full-size ones.
Oh, big boys.
As soon as, like, literally, if I drive out my driveway, I could probably count at least 10 to 30 of them.
Oof.
So there's definitely no shortage of them around here.
I've been seeing that with bunny rabbits over at my sister's place. They're like fucking everywhere. Probably figuratively and literally, actually. No,
Yeah.
But they're just bunnies all over the place.
Yep. Exactly. They multiply way too fast, and they eat my green beans. Free.
Yeah, because I honestly think they're seeing more because they're trying to do some gardening as well. So those rabbits are probably just like, come here, free food, like, okay.
Like, I'm setting up like a crazy electric fence.
Damn.
Like I've had to do that every year now. Like, to eventually I'm just like, something got in my garden, electric fence time, breathe. Only this time though, I'm like adding an extra layer or two to it so that yeah. So this time I'm gonna get complicated where I gotta like, where I can actually unhook it without having to unplug the entire thing, and kind of walk through a door to get in.
Yeah, that's probably a better way to do it. People kind of frown on, participating in low-level JRPG farming in real life. I can't farm cute bunny rabbits to hit level 5 in real life like I can in video games. So
anything you need?
that might be a better way to control the problem.
You just leave it to me.
So Magnum, you're wrapping up on your end. Gustav, are you still to be doing things?
Well, I'm also on YouTube, but yeah, I'm gonna be wrapping up because I gotta bang out the rest of that video for the Delta.
I gotcha. I'll probably play a little bit of GBO just so I can do basic daily stuff. So
I haven't finished it yet. Okay.
yeah,
I'll probably
Get
hop
started.
in there then. Damn.
Yeah.
I've been doing it
Yeah,
throughout
like
the
I said.
podcast. This is just my chance to do like extra matches and stuff, to be honest.
Oh sure, I gotcha. Yeah, we'll see if Magnum's Magnum's probably getting off like you said or whatever after
Yeah.
Tarkov or something. But we'll see what's going on after I finish up. But good stuff, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Yep, have a good one.
Thanks for the podcast, guys. Oh, Emblem, send me that link
Oh, yes.
of whatever that you were saying early on.
Oh, the developer notes or whatever for Eternal?
Yeah, that.
Okay, yeah, sure thing.
I'll put that in the description. I'll try to have this up in a day or two.
Yeah.
But anyway, peace, guys.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Alrighty. Warfare melee weapon and never mess with the weapon type before Titania Prime, so free Prime builder already upgraded. Ooh, that's cool. Alright. So that is the podcast for today. I'm gonna change the title on the other one because we did have a DC part way through. I'm not super sure why I'm sideways either. Oh, I know why. Because I'm using my other thing. This is my other remote one, so it's not the usual one that I use. But we'll be back tomorrow over on Twitch doing the usual Judgment and then leading into GBO2 dailies. The Delta Gundam video should be up by tomorrow. Just going over the suit, having a match in there as well as a showcase. And then from there it'll probably just be the usual stuff like Super Robot Wars 30 and all that good stuff. So until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, night, or whatever, and I'll talk to you all next time. How many more times can I salute? I will ask you, and I will tell you as many as it takes.